Hello, I'm Aaron Shed, and this is Miss Tina Fey here on an exclusive interview.
Hi.
I'm just going to ask you a series of questions. You ready to dive on in?
Of course.
So, how did your dad influence your dating life? Because I understand he had a big influence on you.
He did. No one really lived up to the same standard of manliness that my dad did all the way through school. For a long time, I was so confused why I thought all guys sucked. Straight guys, at least. I made plenty of gay friends, both girls and boys in high school, which led to lots of drama and confused feelings on both sides. I was really into white boys, and when I say white, I mean white. The paler he was, the more I wanted him. However, there wasn't a huge demand among these white boys for stringy-haired Greek girls. I managed to bag a couple along the way before I met Jeff, the white boy of my dreams and my current husband.
Oh, how sweet. You really like them white boys. What is your favorite character to play in SNL skits?
I really liked playing Sarah Palin. I first played her when John McCain announced that she would be his running mate. Honestly, she was an easy target. There were just so many jokes that could be made about some of the incredibly dumb things she said and her strange family. Apparently I look like her too? No? Well, screw you. Anyways, I had a blast acting as her. Honestly, her personality took me by surprise. I met her after a skit one time and she was super kind, even after all the jokes I made about her and her family. My Republican parents were obligated to watch me perform as well. What fun.
Wow, SNL is a really good show. How do you like having kids?
Kids are tough, and other people's kids are straight up disgusting. But when I had Alice, I fell head over heels in love with her. My obsession with white boys went out the window. Sorry, Jeff. She was the love of my life and my everything. It was still tough juggling work and my baby, but it was and has been a very gratifying experience, unlike breastfeeding. Read Bossy Pants for further explanation. All in all, I highly recommend making a baby. It's fun.
Yes, it is, Tina. Yes, it is.
Oh, Aaron.
How have your parents, especially your dad, shaped you into the person you are today?
Well, my dad was always a badass and still is a badass, and I feel like he really molded me to who I am today. Little pieces of advice he gave along the way have gone really far in my life, and without him, I wouldn't be nearly as funny and awesome as I am, because I'm really funny and awesome.
You are.
He was always sarcastic and knew everything about everything, it seemed to me, and that has been a part of my life. I'm not very good at anything, though. People just think I am.
Wow, I think you're great at everything.
Aw, thank you, Aaron.
What element of humor would you say you use best in your performance?
The element of humor that I am best at and that I am most confident about is self-deprecating humor. I like to make fun of myself and point out the things that are weird, funny, or different about me. I've practiced this a lot, and for a lot of the SNL skits that I've taken part in, I've been making fun of other people, which I also enjoy a lot. I mean, who doesn't enjoy giving other people shit? If you just say no, you are lying to yourself. Leave.
Wow, I'm with you on that one. In Bossy Pants, there's some pretty strange titles for chapters. How did you come up with these?
Are you really questioning my comedic talent? Is that what's going on here? Well then, if you would actually read my book, then you would see that the titles are directly connected to the chapters themselves. I usually use some parody or satire, and this ties to the title of the chapter really well, that frankly I find pretty damn funny. I hope you do too.
I sure do. Well, I did actually read your book, and I have some other questions for you. How did you deal with the haters? Because there sure were a lot of them.
Well, I like to make fun of, well, let me read this part from my book.
I know those haters
to
have a
show
big
you.
influence on you, don't they? Let's take a quick breath.
Yeah, I'm just
All right, you ready?
Speechless. Yeah, I'm ready to go now.
There's some nasty things on the internet
Oh,
from
it's
trolls.
truly nasty, but I'll read a part of my book to you to show how I like to deal with the hate mail.
Please do.
So, on page 165 of my book, posted by someone named Jerkstore online, said,
Jerk store.
Jerkstore, that was their name. In my opinion, Tina Fey completely ruined SNL. The only reason she's celebrated is because she's a woman and an outspoken liberal. She has not a single funny bone in her body. To this I responded, Dear Jerkstore, huzzah for the truth teller. Women in this country have been over-celebrated for too long. Just last night, there was a story on my local news about a missing girl, and that they must have dedicated 7 or 8 minutes to where she was last seen. And I thought, what is this, a news for chicks? Then there was some story about Hillary Clinton flying to some country because she's Secretary of State. Why do we keep talking about these dum-dums?
Why?
We are a society that constantly celebrates no one but women, and it must stop. I want to hear what the men of the world have been up to. What fun guns have they invented? What are they raping these days? What's Michael Bay's next film going to be? When I first set out to ruin SNL, I didn't think anyone would notice, but I persevered because, like you trying to do a 9-piece jigsaw puzzle, it was a labor of love.
Ooh.
I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I feel safe with you, Jerk Store, so I'll say it. Everything you ever hated on SNL was by me, and anything you ever liked was by someone else who did it against my will. Sincerely, Tina Fey. P.S. You know who does have a funny bone in her body? Your mom every night for $1.
Wow. That's just shots fired. Do you have another?
To throw those ones in there.
Wow, yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to share from your book?
Yeah, I'll do one more. This one was from a Smarter Child who said, I'd stick it in her tailpipe.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, Dear Smarter Child, thank you so much for your interest. Whether you meant it as a sexual way or merely as an act of aggression, I am grateful. As a woman of a certain age in this business, I feel incredibly lucky to still be catching your eye with my anus. You keep me relevant. Sincerely, Miss Tina Fey.
Wow. Do they really keep you relevant, or was that sarcasm?
Oh, it's a lot of sarcasm.
I could really just feel it coming through the pages. Well, thank you for that exclusive.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Good night.
Have a good night.